Alright, folks, so it looks like there are some shifts that are going to be happening in the upcoming days, possibly, just regarding the, sub counts of the progressive channels. So basically what it's been for the longest time, Secular Talk, the show of Kyle Kulinski, has been up at the top. David Pakman has been in second when it comes to subscriber count. And at 3 and 4, the Majority Report and Jimmy Dore show have been duking it out, switching positions as 1 and 2 between them, of course, switching positions between 3 and 4, that is, in the total grand scheme of things. And right now, and we'll get into that in the second half of this video, Sam Seder has now, the Majority Report now has a very high lead on the Jimmy Dore show. So we're going to be getting into some of these numbers here, but this is pretty crazy. So here we're looking at Kyle Kulinski, okay, Secular Talk, right? So this channel, right, he's at 701,000 subscribers, and he's been pulling in heavy views, okay? And I really do believe that the algorithm really does not like Kyle Kulinski's channel, and you can just tell by how much the algorithm really pushes his videos, as well as we're going to compare view counts to sub counts here. So in the past 30 days here, you can see an incredible 14,252,000 views, guys. That's like almost peak level in terms of relativity for the progressive channels, those being, excluding TYT, those being, Kyle Kulinski of Secular Talk, David Pakman, Sam Seder of the Majority Report, these channels, right? A decent month is somewhere in between like 8 and 10, right? 8 and 10 million is a good solid month, okay? Anything below that is kind of but dude, at 14 million, that's insane how many views that is, okay? That's tip-top view counts. Now, for the last month, he's got 21,313 subscribers. Now, I'm not exactly sure where this large increase in subscribers is, but this is also pretty significant for Kyle. Now, if you look at this, there are multiple days in which he's clocked in over 1,000 subscribers in a single day. And as you can see here, there appears to be 6 of them. Other days, some of those days, he's coming in close to 1,000. I can see, what looks to be, 2 900 pluses, some of them in the 800s. That's pretty significant because Kyle's sub growth has been very slow ever since, like, 2017. After that 2016 election cycle, he really it really teetered off. But this is a good sign for him. 21,000 subscribers in a month is very significant. And if we look down here at, if we go over here, back to the user summary, and we look at the monthly sub counts, and we look at this, 21K is more than he's had in, really since here in 2016, November of 2016. That was the last time he had 21,000. As you can see here, it seemed like, at a certain point in 2017, it just dropped off so significantly. And, this is around the adpocalypse time. There's a lot of stuff going down. And it's very obvious that the algorithm simply does not like Kyle Kulinski's channel. Point blank. It's very obvious. And it seems to be the case that a lot of these views are probably from his own subscribers, although can't be 100% sure. I'm also not 100% sure where all of this sudden huge sub growth is coming from. Some of it may be coming from that Ben Shapiro video that we talked about, which had I don't know what it's at now, but at the time it was over 500,000 views. It's possible from there. I know he has a Noam Chomsky video that's over 1 million views. I think it's like 1 point something million views. Maybe it's from there. I'm not 100% sure. But his videos perform very well, especially considering that Kyle mostly sticks to news-related stuff. So it's tougher to get views on things like stuff about what's going on with Donald Trump or Joe Biden and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he pulls in a lot of views on those news videos, like 100,000, 80,000. So his videos perform well, but it seems like it's not much outreach to new subscribers, which is odd. So here what we're looking at is 14,250,000 views in the past 30 days, but only 21,000 subscribers. Now, if we go to David Pakman's channel, check out these numbers, folks. He's got 8.2 million. That's a decent to good month view count wise. He's got 29,000 subscribers. Now, I've been telling you every single time I've done this breakdown, okay, because I do these every time there's some sort of a shift or it's a time to do one of these. I've been telling you guys, I don't see how Kyle Kulinski stays ahead of David Pakman. I don't know how Kyle Kulinski keeps a higher subscriber count than David Pakman does, because all we have to do is look at the man's numbers. These are insane numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like 13, 15, 20, 16. That's 17, 15.5, 20K. Like, this is really consistent growth here. And the past month he had a 25K sub increase. And what's very, very clear and very, very apparent is that the algorithm loves David Pakman's channel. That's probably because, as you guys know, he doesn't curse. Now, obviously, I have no way to confirm that, but his content must be more sort of user-friendly or ad-friendly, however you want to put it. But trust me, the algorithm really likes his channel. He has a video with 10 million views that's it's just a news story about an obese passenger on a flight. And if you go into the comment section, people are like, oh, who else is here because you just randomly got recommended this video. So the algorithm likes David Pakman's videos, folks. It likes him. It recommends his videos, suggested, etc., etc. And it's very clear that, he gets a lot of subscribers that don't really come back to watch anything else. And so that's why it's pretty surprising that Kyle has even really been able to hold off as long as he has, to be honest with you. But if we just look at these numbers, guys, I mean, this is insane. The sub growth that we're looking at here right now, folks, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, look at these numbers, man. It's insane. It is the past 3 days. This doesn't count because obviously this is from today, and today's not even really halfway done. But just the past 3 days, 1240, 1349, 2115. Okay, 3 days of over 1K, one of those being over 2K, and both of the other 1Ks being over 1,200. That is significant growth, and he's already at 700 for Friday, and we're not even close to done with Friday yet, so he'll probably end out with like 1,200, 1.5, maybe 2, who knows, depending on however, the count goes. But I think Kyle's done. I mean, it's over. So he's at 695K. Kyle's at 701K. So, we're just looking at like a 6K gap. And Kyle's last 3 days, if you see here, 519, 401, 292, those are not going to hold off. So, we're looking at, I don't know how long exactly according to the numbers and how far we'll see, but, like a 2K growth day in comparison to a 300, that's a gain of 1,700 subs in terms of cutting down the lead in one single day, folks. One single day, that being Thursday, he gains effectively 1,700 subscribers on Kyle Kulinski. It's one day. So if that keeps up, let's say that keeps up, I mean, I think David at most probably takes him over in like 14 days. But it may be in 7, it may be in 8, it may be in 9, it may be in 10. And the algorithm loves David Pakman's channel, and it's probably because he doesn't curse. As we know, Kyle Kulinski likes to curse. David Pakman doesn't curse on his show because he distributes his show to Free Speech TV and other stations and stuff like that. So, and I believe those are on, theirs are government regulated, so you can't curse on them. So he doesn't curse. Kyle Kulinski, on the other hand, very much enjoys cursing. And if you just look at these numbers, I mean, these sub numbers are insane. These sub numbers are insanity. I mean, just look at this. Look at how many fucking 1,000 sub days there are, guys. What is that? I mean, dude, we're looking at such an insane amount. We're looking at like 12 days. One of them 3,200. Another one 24. Another one 2,000. Another one 2,000. Another one 2,115. These are insane sub-growth numbers, guys. These are insane sub-growth numbers here. So, it looks like there will be kind of like a realignment in terms of progressive channels, in terms of sub count. We kind of had this for quite a long time. And I'm surprised Kyle's held on this long because the algorithm hates Kyle's channel. Another point I also want to make, for 8.2 million views, he got 29K subs. but Kyle got 14 million with 21K subs. So he got less subs with almost double the views, guys. So almost 10,000 less subscribers for almost double the views. That seems to be kind of odd. It's weird. I don't know if David Pakman's videos are getting recommended and people subscribe and never come back, or if Kyle's views are mostly coming from his subscribers. I really don't know. But what I can tell you is the algorithm does not like Kyle's channel, but the algorithm is certainly a fan of Mr. Pakman's channel. So expect in like 7 to 14 days, expect David Pakman to have a higher subscriber count than Kyle Kulinski. So moving on over to the Sam Seder and Jimmy Dore portion of this video. So what you guys can actually see here is that Sam Seder's got 9.58 million for the past 30 days. Again, that's a really good month. 10 million is that's really solid. Okay, 8 million is like, okay, that's pretty good. 10 million is like, okay, that's pretty fucking good. That's what that is. And he's got 24.8K in the last 30 days. The majority report is loved by the algorithm. The algorithm really is pushing his videos a lot. As you can see with his videos gaining more views and being suggested more and things like that. The algorithm has really messed with his channel. And as we can see here, folks, this growth has been incredibly steady and incredibly, guys, we're talking about, look at this, 26.7K, 33.5, 30K, 34K. So, we're looking at like 120,000 subscribers in a span of 4 months. This is very consistent growth that we're looking at, and this month was 23. So we're looking at incredibly consistent growth here over the past 4 months. And, these past 3 days, 1,000, 1,200, 900, been very consistent growth in terms of subscribers. Now, if we look at Mr. Dore's channel, we cannot say the same for him. Now, it seems like he's not really uploading much. I don't know if he's on tour or what he's doing, if he just doesn't want to upload or what the reason is. But he's at 6 million views, that's still good, but that's like that's a pretty low tier for a progressive channel. Although Jimmy's upload style is a lot different. He's not like I'm going to upload anywhere between 4 to 8 videos in one day. He's more like, I'll post max like 2 in a day. And most of the time it's just 1 a day. He doesn't seem to be putting out much content. And he's only got 12,000 subscribers. So he's at 5, let's just round that up to 585. Sam Seder's at 602. So, you're looking at like a 17,000 gap basically, which is a pretty far gap. And with these kind of numbers, I mean, he's just getting lapped. But not only is he getting lapped, but I just don't see a way he's going to get back from this. Now, last time I told you Jimmy Dore's going to find a way to get back. I don't know how, but he will. That's what I told you last time. I'm afraid I'm leaving this with a different conclusion. And that conclusion is that Jimmy Dore is not going to pass the majority report again. There's really no other way to put it, folks. Which is that, the consistent growth we've seen from the majority report and the consistent love that the algorithm is showing for the majority report in comparison with Jimmy's very inconsistent uploading and sort of just a lack of uploading in general, which yields these kinds of numbers of like 105 subscribers, 173, 142. And then we go to Sam's and, the past 3 days, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 909. And then the rest of these are all really on the cusp. I mean, look at these numbers. These are all on the cusp of being 1K days, really. I mean, you got so many 948, 944, 909, 913, 979. And then, he's really getting anywhere in the range of like 200 to 600. It's not looking good for Jimmy. It's really not looking good for Jimmy. And I personally think that, Jimmy doesn't really seem to even care anymore about this, but he can't be happy about this. He certainly can't be happy about having a lower sub count than Sam Seder, because that was like one of his most coveted things. He could look at because at any time Sam Seder would critique Jimmy Dore, the response from Jimmy Dore fanboys would be like, "Oh, you're just trying to get his attention because he has a higher sub count than you, and you're trying to punch up." Now they can't say that anymore, so he's definitely not happy about that. He's too busy censoring out Sam Seder's name to even really upload many videos at all. But conclusion of this video, two of them. One of them being David Pakman will overtake Kyle Kulinski in subscriber count in a max of 14 days, and that Jimmy Dore will, Jimmy Dore will not be able to come back from what he has put himself in.